He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. This is hauled in by Atwell. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Running behind center with Wright. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Here's Milton. Catch is made in close.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Milton. That one's incomplete in the end zone. The close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 1. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. He's keeping it, he's going for it. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Able to hit Robinson. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Ritter looking to throw. Gets this to Bateman. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And that's good for a gain of 5. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Ritter. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They'll run it with Robinson. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Second and 10 now. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 3rd quarter lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun here. Throwing the out route complete. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now Ritter. Dumped off to his running back. Oh, he trucked that defender. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Ritter to throw. Escapes, and they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons now trail by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To throw, Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Tight end going in motion here. Quick to the left, it's caught. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They send a man in motion. Back to throw. Here's Milton. That's Gesicki. He's fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and the next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow. Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing here, Ritter. Connects with Bateman. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Ritter setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Kader Kohou.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Wright. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right again. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Bengals with a little more work to do to win it here. New set of downs for him at the 38. Milton back to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be second down.
You know, that's a tough one right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. It's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
He'll look to throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking right, and he finds him. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. To throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate, they stretch it vertically and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
Back to throw. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks set you behind the chains, and you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's out of bounds with the first. Only 17 seconds remaining. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. Here he is to throw. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Ritter. Throwing deep for the end zone. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT.
They'll take over at first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right. Here's Wright. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.